Okay, so it's been a while since I've done anything with the WWE NXT multiverse. So we're going to discuss 3 different pay-per-view / network specials. So NXT Takeover Chicago. Actually, they're live for it. It was my 3rd NXT event, my wife's first NXT event. Also her first network special. If you saw the NXT that was done afterwards, Aleister Black, dude's wicked. My only real complaint is all of the screens just showing his video. I would love for them to take the screens up top and show the person walking to the ring. Because where we were dead straight shot right at the entrance ring. When everyone stands up, you don't get to see anything. And there are people in front of me who were blasted drunk before they did the taping. Ironically, they do pre-show, then they tape the matches, then they do the event. So Roderick Strong's sanity. I'll be honest, I liked Roderick Strong. Solid wrestler. He's a strong wrestler. I was going to go there. Had not been for the vignettes they did for him, showing his, it's like, good guy inside the ring, solid wrestler. Why does he wrestle? Boom, here it is. Here's your character motivation. And it's real. Crowd got hot for him. EY, great wrestler. But throwing in all that background stuff for it really worked. The Roddy against the world bit worked. Solid match, good opener, popped the crowd. That's what you want to do. I mean, that's how you want to begin an event. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Wow. I told the buddy, I'm like, he doesn't watch NXT, but he watches UK. I'm like, watch this match, the second match. You can shut off after that because that's the epitome of it. Seeing Pete Dunne in the crowd go, Bruiser, wait, Bruiser, he just kind of goes, like, what are you gonna do? I'm over. And those two lions just went out there and put on a match with great psychology. Some of the British style where there's a lot of little tidbits here and there, little tweaks, little twists. And then when it was big move, it was like, American style, it's like big move, pin. It was like big move. There's that then to the pin. There's that little seconds here and there. And the pin might not be a full cover, it might not be a leg tightly hooked. It was just enough to give you that 1, 2, oh jeez! And it's mind blowing. The wife and I was like, I feel sorry for the next match because the crowd is blown up. Triple threat match for Asuka's belt, women's title. My wife, she actually tried to record Asuka's entrance. Because she's like, she is amazing. Like, yeah, she is. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world when it comes to one of the best wrestlers in the world, period. And easily higher up when you just look at just from the women's side. But that division's been gutted. I think Ruby Riot's got some good legs to stand on. But I think just she needs a little bit more seasoning with the NXT universe before they really can get behind her. The boss of Nikki Cross has been fantastic. And Nikki just drips character work, which is fantastic. Pairing them with slightly becoming heel Asuka. Solid match, but you could tell the crowd got so used to the 4 Horsemen era, where it's like, if you got 4 women, just pick 2 of them, put them together. Match of the night. To Asuka, where it's like, alright, she's not working with the same caliber of talent. She's putting on good matches. Just, it's not the golden age of NXT women's wrestling. And of course, Asuka retains because that's what she does. Bobby Roode's entrance, I was hoping to get those really big over-the-top takeover entrances. We didn't. But it was still good. That's Glorious Dominance is actually, that's the song I wake up to in the morning. And poor Hideo Itami. Man, he's got to watch people that he brought in make it to the big show, and he's still there because of injury. The match was good. A very heavy psychology-driven Bobby Roode match. Not a bad match. It's fine. With Roode retaining. Not bad. I felt like they could have... This sounds bad. I thought they could have shortened the match to the tad. Maybe thrown in one additional match. Because it felt like they blew up at the second match. And then you had some cool down to go into the DIY Authors of Pain ladder match. Funny side note. My wife and I were actually in the process of leaving the building just before Ciampa turned. Because we were outside the doors, and we heard some commotion, but by then we were heading back to our hotel. It wasn't until I got back that I found out, oh, we turned. Oh, man. Because that match was great to watch, but the problem is, when you watch a ladder match, you spend a lot of time, because people are standing, looking up at the screens. And there are moments I'm like, Hun, stand up. What's going on? I go, stand up. What? No one's saying, I go, like, stand up. We're all going to stand up in about 3 seconds. Climbing that ladder, and I'm like, oh, they're going to move through the ladders. Oh, they're going to bounce. Face plant. They've got the belt. Oh, Super Collider. Oh, that spot's wicked. So all in all, really solid takeover. Does it kind of suck that there was no Joe, there was no Shinsuke? Yeah, we're in a rebuilding phase, and I'll be honest, I think once McIntyre, so my wife's like, that was the last 3MB guy, yeah. He got jacked. Yep. Not like Jinder Mahal jacked, but he got jacked. I think between Aleister Black, the reinvigorator Roderick Strong, Bobby Roode, Sanity, I think they've got a lot of good parts. It's just trying to figure out how to mold them all together. And then with Team DIY breaking down from the CWC, we know those two guys can put on a fantastic match. And now with that little bit of blood dripped into it, it's going to be the match of the night if it's in Brooklyn, period. So on to Backlash, the Blue Brand pay-per-view. Shinsuke's big debut match against Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke works underneath. Why? It would make sense if Dolph would have been, on the receiving end, cheap heel trick. One of those, like, slide out of the ring, get chased, slide out of the ring, kick him in the face, some sort of little just, now I'm dominant, not just I'm dominant, I'm out wrestling you. Because it didn't quite work with the narrative. Oh, he's an amazing striker. They really don't play up how amazing of a wrestler Dolph Ziggler is. If he had done more heavy wrestling matches where he just, manipulated somebody down and beat them that way, it might work a little better. Overall, the match is good against Shinsuke, but it was, from a Shinsuke Nakamura level of matches, it was below average. Because the dude is amazing. The tag title match, Breezango versus the Usos. Because day one is H. Just brilliant. Got the crowd popping with a squirt gun, a mop, and Breezango and Tyler Breeze is like a woman. And it makes me think she could win. That the joke tag team could win. The comedy act could beat the hardened Uso penitentiary. Usos, beautiful right now. So good. So good. Great match. This is actually, the Golden Truth should be just like this. They were still together. But it was a solid match. And I'm like, this is good. This is a solid pay-per-view. U.S. title match. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. Loved the match till the ending of getting your foot caught. And then you lose by count out. It's nice for an extender, but it's like, oh, kind of ticks the crowd off. Had it been like, pop-up powerbomb, through the table and then roll in and get a 10 count. I needed something else beyond like, oh, your foot got stuck. Your foot got stuck. Had Kevin Owens, the scene he was down, and then like, you know, wrapped some of the wiring around his foot so he couldn't get up. Just something quick. So as Kevin Owens made this happen by being a cheap heel, would have been fine. The 3-on-3 women's match, placeholder. You can tell the heels had to get a win. It was... So, it served its purpose, but not anything amazing. I feel like I'm losing out on a match. The Jinder Mahal Randy Orton match. Jinder's best match since he's been back, which you should have good matches before you get a title shot, not have your great match be your title shot. Watching the Singh brothers get beat down by Orton, and watching Orton do the backdrop, and I was like, hey, oh, you're over-rotated. And I'm going, I was like, brilliant. That's a gift already, isn't it? It's a gift. Seeing Jinder win, the fall of Jinder winning when they actually had him do the giant celebration was really well done. I was like, if you want to do a multicultural character, that's what you do. Now he shows up with like, you know, effects like a black mask on that he takes off, his background's all black, and now it's all a Jinder Mahal thing. It's like, oh. I really wish they would have continued from Talking Smack. He's like, I'm the new American dream. That would have been awesome. Because you can take him and push him as a multicultural face. And then when the crowd doesn't fully get behind him, boom, then you get to go that anti-American foreign heel, and it doesn't feel as cliche and as forced. He could do, like with Muhammad Hassan. He came out initially, kind of had face characteristics to him. Crowd didn't bind him, so he turned full heel. I mean, you can kind of get that to kind of work. Pseudo-delusional foreign face becomes heel. It'll be fine. So all in all, I was kind of went, man, glad I had my tickets to that. Because Takeover Chicago, yeah. Once you looked against, your hard camera side was full, but against the other side, like half the second row, the second bowl was empty. And they're talking about Backlash, they're like a capacity crowd, not a sellout, not a sellout. Because again, they were doing the buy 3 get 1 free, just to fill the arena. I'm like, that's a problem when Chicago is not turning out in mass to watch WWE. Just saying. Which is like a more debut match, and you have Kevin Owens taking on AJ Styles, and it's not selling out the place. It's a problem. Now on to extreme partial waste of time. The Dean Ambrose Miz match. Love the psychology. I love the psychology. I like the fact they played the ref a lot in that. And with Miz getting a clean pin, not what I expected, but it was good. It allows Dean to be just irate, which worked great during the Miz celebration when he destroyed the grandfather clock. It was great. Dean, as a lunatic chaser, works so much better than him as a not as motivated champion. The intergender match with Swan and Banks versus Fox, or Alicia Fox. And Swarmy, you want to punch him in the face, Noam Dar. I watched 205 Live, and I'm glad they actually had Banks go on to that. Yes, was it a match of the year candidate? No. But I'll be honest, when you saw Banks and Swan, look, they're having fun. And when you watch people look like they're having fun, you go, you know what? I'm digging the fact that they're like, hey, you know what? This is what we got. We got 15 minutes or whatever. We'll make it work. Do something fun. Do kind of, you know, we'll dance a little bit in the ring. And I was like, yeah, they're having fun. Go back and watch the New Day. New Day, we're giving a horrible gimmick. They start having fun. Crowds are going, I want to have fun. I want to have fun too. Let me have fun with you. And there you go. And Dar and Foxy work well as that sniveling, slimy heel team. It did the job well enough. The cage match between the not-so-broken Hardys and Cesaro. I've gotten to a point that I'm glad they're like, this is an escape-only cage match, which is fine. For the life of me, I will never understand why teams so desperately try to prevent one guy from leaving the ring. My thought was, if Sheamus wants to leave, let Sheamus leave. Hardy's double team beat down on Cesaro. Twist of fate, swanton, and then you're like, oh, guess what? What? We do with our finisher in the center of the ring. I'm gonna go to the door. Walk to the door together, we're done. Oh, Sheamus trying to get back in? Drop kick the cage, Sheamus falls down. Sheamus trying to get to the door, drop kick the door, Sheamus falls down. Have the faces just play defense and beat down one guy. Done. Super easy. Instead, Jeff leaves because, you know, of course you want Matt to be in. There were two massive, jacked foreigners. Why not? Jeff coming back through, hearing the whisper in the wind off the cage, which I think he did in a match against the Dudleys, where the Hardy Boys lost the titles to the Dudleys because he tried to do a big move and missed and then got pinned. So all in all, it was a match that felt like it needed those a couple big spots to it. The few they had were nice, but the match just felt really slow and prodding. Especially at the end where I'm looking and there's Sheamus and Cesaro slowly climbing down the side of the cage. Like it was the video game where you're hitting the buttons like crazy. Go faster! Go faster! As Jeff is trying to drag lifeless Matt to the door. Because they're there like, okay, Matt, seems looking really dumb. And again, you can escape through the door, and it's like, oh, Cesaro's down. Matt, going for a climb. Why? Logic would dictate, do you want to climb up the rope, climb up and over a cage, or walk to a door and walk down a small set of steps? You walk to the door and go to a small set of steps. Why not? Seriously, why not? That should be that simple. You bring it in. Go on the turnbuckle and climb on the cage. Then you go over the cage, then climb down. Yeah. Or just go to the door. Yeah. If I'm in a cage match, like, you climb the top. No. What? I'm gonna beat the guy down. I'm gonna throw him over the ropes, stuck between the ropes and the cage. I'm gonna like super kick him or spear him or something that's gonna, you know, really hurt the dude so he's stuck. And then go for the door. What's the finish? Okay, when he's going to the top of the cage, I'm gonna cut his legs out. He's gonna fall, and he's gonna get his twig and berries on the top turnbuckle. And then you do. I'm gonna wrap his legs together so if he tries to move, he can't because his heels are his ankles are interlocked in his heels, and I'm going for the door. I want to win a cage match in the most logical way possible that requires no insane spots and, oh, will he jump off the top of the cage and onto the floor, potentially breaking an ankle to win the match? No! I'm going for the freaking door! Duh. Duh. Kendo stick out a pole match. Seriously, that hurt. I can appreciate the story that they told up to that point of Alexa Bliss saying, Bayley, you're not going to get extreme. And then Bayley chances it extreme and she's hesitant. I liked that. Thought that worked. I think seeing Alexa Bliss tee off on somebody with a kendo stick works. I think people getting bruises after a kendo stick match works. This match had some of those aspects. But a lot of it didn't work. The Bayley, this is your life does not work. Quit doing it. It's not good. Bliss is a strong character. But dang, if this really needed Nia Jax to be involved somehow. Because could you imagine if Bayley had gotten the kendo stick and went to use it, and then you hear the phrase, I'm not like most girls, and then she turns and there's Nia Jax walking her way down to the ring. Bayley, kendo stick in hand. Alexa Bliss, White Russian leg sweep. 3 count. 1, 2, 3. White Russian leg sweep. Beer the kendo stick. DDT. 3 count. It needed some kendo to move beyond I hit you. I mean, even when they did the kendo stick, they had a kendo stick spot when it was Sasha and Charlotte. Charlotte's like, I'm going for a submission move, and Bayley and Sasha's like, Charlotte's like, okay, submission move. Sasha's like, no. Good. Using a desperation maneuver. But Bliss retained, which makes sense. She's gonna feud with Jax, which still makes sense. I'm fine with it. Just it was a low point for women collectively in that pay-per-view. Fatal 5-way. Wicked. But you take those 5 guys, you put them in a match with the storyline is who is going to lose to Brock Lesnar, a great phallus of fire. Look at the logo, it's totally phallus. I'm like, alright. Everyone looked good. Seeing Joe and Bray wreck shop on the faces made me go, I want them as a tag team. I want them as a singles feud. I want them to do something. I don't care what. I don't care. I want to see any of these guys fight any of these guys. These are all good, solid feuds. I want to watch all these guys fight each other. I really do. And then having Joe speaking at the victory, I'm like, Joe and Brock at the Great Inferno Phallus. I like that. Watching Joe have a conversation with Heyman when he does the whole Paul, I'm gonna wrap my arm around your throat. And I was like, just dying. I was like, oh, this is mind blowing. No mic, so he's just being picked up from the mic from the camera guy. And he's like, I'm gonna wrap my arm around your throat. And I'm gonna squeeze. You're gonna start to black out. No. I want to tell you what I'm gonna do to you, Paul. So you can tell your client. That's what I'm gonna do to him. And then Ryan and I was like, oh, it's brilliant. Laid a lot of great groundwork for multiple people to have feuds. Good, it's what you do. You take a multiple man match where it's like, Strowman's hurt. It's a match. The winner gets to lose against Brock Lesnar. But then working in to go, Balor and Bray works because you have the guy who can channel the demon. Wyatt, Rollins. Why not? If Bray can feud with Ambrose, if Bray can feud with Reigns, why not feud with Rollins? It's like, Reigns and Bray, we know it's a solid feud. It works well. Reigns and Balor? Sure. Reigns and Rollins? Yeah. All of them work. Just don't put them in weird tag matches. No. So that was a recap of 3 different pay-per-views with a little bit of here's the stories leading up to it.